A View from the Bridge, a play in 2 acts, written by Arthur Miller, read for you by Weirdo Fries. Act 1. As lights go out on our theory, they rise in the apartment where all are finishing dinner. Beatrice and Catherine are clearing the table. You know where they went? Where? They went to Africa once, on a fishing boat. Eddie glances at her. It's true, Eddie. Beatrice exits into the kitchen with dishes. I didn't say nothing. He goes to his rocker, picks up a newspaper. And I was never even in Staten Island. Eddie's sitting with the paper. You didn't miss nothing. Pause. Catherine takes dishes out. How long that take you, Marco, to get to Africa? Marco rising. 2 days. We go all over. Rodolfo rising. Once we went to Yugoslavia. Eddie to Marco. They pay all right on them boats? Beatrice enters. She and Rodolfo stack the remaining dishes. If they catch the fish, they pay all right. Sits on a stool. They're family boats, though, and nobody in our family owned one, so we only worked when one of the families was sick. You know, Marco, what I don't understand, there's an ocean full of fish, and these all are starving. They gotta have boats, nets. You need money. Catherine enters. Yeah, but couldn't they, fish from the beach? You see them down Coney Island. Sardines. Sure. How you gonna catch sardines on a hook? Oh, I didn't know there's sardines. To Catherine. There's sardines. Yeah, they follow them all over the ocean. Africa, Yugoslavia. She sits and begins to look through a movie magazine. Rodolfo joins her. Beatrice to Eddie. It's funny, you know? You never think of it, that sardines are swimming in the ocean. She exits the kitchen with dishes. I know, it's like oranges and lemons on a tree. To Eddie. I mean, you ever think of oranges and lemons on a tree? Yeah, I know. It's funny. To Marco. I heard that they paint the oranges to make them look orange. Beatrice enters. He has been reading a letter. Paint? Yeah, I heard that they grow like green. No, in Italy the oranges are orange. Lemons are green. Eddie resenting his instruction. I know lemons are green, for Christ's sake. You see them in the store, they're green sometimes. I said oranges they paint. I didn't say nothing about lemons. Beatrice sitting, diverting their attention. Your wife is getting the money all right, Marco? Oh, yes. She bought medicine for my boy. That's wonderful. You feel better, eh? Oh, yes. But I'm lonesome. I just hope you ain't gonna do like some of them around here. They're here 25 years, some men, and they didn't get enough together to go back twice. Oh, I know. We have many families in our town. The children never saw their father. But I will go home. 3-4 years, I think. Maybe you should keep more here, because maybe she thinks it's come so easy you'll never get ahead of yourself. Oh, no. She saves. I signed everything. My wife is very lonesome. He smiles shyly. She must be nice. She pretty? I bet, huh? Marco blushing. No. But she understands everything. Oh, he got a clever wife. I betcha there's plenty of surprises sometimes when those guys get back there, hey? Surprises. Eddie laughing. I mean, you know, they count the kids and there's a couple extra than when they left. No. The women wait, Eddie. Most. Very few surprises. It's more strict in our town. Eddie looks at him now. It's not so free. Eddie rises, paces up and down. It ain't so free here either, Rodolfo, like you think. I seen greenhorns sometimes get in trouble that way. They think just because a girl don't go around with a shawl over her head, that she ain't strict, you know? Girl don't have to wear black dresses to be strict. Know what I mean? Well, I always have respect. I know. But in your town, you wouldn't just drag off some girl without permission. I mean, he turns. You know what I mean, Marco. It ain't that much different here. Marco cautiously. Yes. Well, he didn't exactly drag her off, though, Eddie. I know, but I've seen some of them get the wrong ideas sometimes. To Rodolfo. I mean, it might be a little more free here, but it's just as strict. I have respect for her, Eddie. I don't do anything wrong. Look, kid, I ain't her father. I'm only her uncle. Well then, be an uncle then. Eddie looks at her, aware of her criticizing force. I mean... No, Beatrice, if he does wrong, you must tell him, to Eddie. What does he do wrong? Well, Marco, till he came here, she was never out on the street 12 o'clock at night. Marco to Rodolfo. You come home early now. Beatrice to Catherine. Well, you said the movie ended late, didn't you? Yeah. Well, tell him, honey, to Eddie. The movie ended late. Look, B, I'm just saying, he thinks she's always stayed out like that. You come home early now, Rodolfo. Rodolfo, embarrassed. All right, sure. But I can't stay in the house all the time, Eddie. Look, kid, I'm not only talking about her. The more you run around like that, the more chance you're taking. To Beatrice. I mean, suppose he gets hit by a car or something. To Marco. Where's his papers? Who is he? Know what I mean? Yeah, but who is he in the daytime, though? It's the same chance in the daytime. Holding back a voice full of anger. Yeah, but he don't have to go looking for it, Beatrice. If he's here to work, then he should work. If he's here for a good time, then he can fool around, to Marco. But I understood, Marco, that you was both coming to make a living for your family. You understand me, don't you, Marco? He goes to his rocker. I beg your pardon, Eddie. I mean, that's what I understood in the first place, see? Yes, that's what we came. Eddie sits on his rocker. Well, that's all I'm asking. Eddie reads his paper. There's a pause and a awkwardness. Now Catherine gets up and puts a record on the phonograph. Paper doll. Catherine, flushed with revolt. You want to dance, Rodolfo? Eddie freezes. Rodolfo, in deference to Eddie. No, I'm tired. Go ahead. Dance, Rodolfo. Oh, come on. They got a beautiful quartet, these guys. Come on. She has taken his hand and he stiffly rises, feeling Eddie's eyes on his back, and they dance. Eddie to Catherine. Was that a new record? It's the same one. We bought it the other day. Beatrice to Eddie. They only bought 3 records. She watches them dance. Eddie turns his head away. Marco just sits there, waiting. Now Beatrice turns to Eddie. Must be nice to go all over in one of them fishing boats. I would like that myself. See all of them other countries? Yeah. Beatrice to Marco. But the women don't get along, I bet. No, not on the boats. Hard work. What do you got? A regular kitchen and everything? Yes, we eat very good on the boats, especially when Rodolfo comes along. Everybody gets fat. Oh, he cooks. Sure, very good cook. Rice, pasta, fish, everything. Eddie lowers his paper. He's a cook too. Looking at Rodolfo. He sings, he cooks. Rodolfo smiles thankfully. Well, it's good. He could always make a living. Oh, it's wonderful. He sings, he cooks, he could make dresses. They got some high pay, them guys. The head chefs in all the big hotels are men. You read about them. That's what I'm saying. Catherine and Rodolfo continue dancing. Yeah, well, I mean, Eddie to Beatrice. He's lucky, believe me. Slight pause. He looks away, then back to Catherine. That's why the waterfront's no place for him. They stop dancing. Rodolfo turns off the phonogram. I mean, like me. I can't cook. I can't sing, I can't make dresses, so I'm on the waterfront. But if I could cook, if I could sing, if I could make dresses, I wouldn't be on the waterfront. He has been unconsciously twisting the newspaper into a tight roll. They're all regarding him now. He insists he is exposing the issue and he's driven on. I would be someplace else. I would be like in a dress store. He has bent the rolled paper and it suddenly tears in two. He suddenly gets up and pulls his pants up over his belly and goes to Marco. What do you say, Marco? We go to the bouts next Saturday night? You never seen that fight, did ya? Marco uneasily. Only in the moving pictures. Eddie going to Rodolfo. I'll treat you. How do you say? Danish? You want to come along? I'll buy the tickets. Sure, I'd like to go. Catherine goes to Eddie, nervously, happily now. I'll make some coffee, all right? Go ahead. Make some. Make it nice and strong. Mystified, she smiles and exits the kitchen. He is weirdly elated, rubbing his fists into his palms. He strides to Marco. You wait, Marco. You see some real fights here. You ever do any boxing? No, never. Eddie to Rodolfo. Bet you have done some. Hey. No. Oh, well, come on. I'll teach ya. Well, what you gotta learn that for? You can't tell. One of these days, somebody's liable to step on his foot or something. Come on, Rodolfo. I'll show you a couple of passes. He stands below a table. Go ahead, Rodolfo. He is a good boxer. He could teach you. Rodolfo, embarrassed. Well, I don't know how to. He moves down to Eddie. Just put your hands up like this. See? That's right. Very good. Keep your left up because you lead with the left. See? Like this. He gently moves his left onto Rodolfo's face. See? Now, what you gotta do is you gotta block me. So when I come in like that, Rodolfo parries his left. Hey! That's very good. Rodolfo laughs. All right. Now come with me. Come into me. Come on. Rodolfo, I don't want to hit you, Eddie. Oh, don't pity me. Come on, throw it. I'll show you how to block it. Rodolfo jabs at him, laughing. The others join. That's it. Come again. For the jaw right here. Rodolfo jabs with some more assurance. Very good. Beatrice to Marco. He's very good. Eddie crosses directly upstage of Rodolfo. Sure, he's great. Come on, kid. Put some behind it. You can't hurt me. Rodolfo, more seriously, jabs at Eddie's jaw and graces it. Attaboy! Catherine comes from the kitchen, watches. Now, I'm gonna hit you, so block me, see? Catherine, with beginning alarm, what are they doing? They're lightly boxing now. Beatrice, she senses only the comradeship in it now. He's teaching him. He's very good. Sure, he's terrific. Look at him go. Rodolfo lands a blow. That's it. Now watch out. Here I come. Danish. He feints with his left hand and lands with his right. It mildly staggers Rodolfo. Marco rises. Catherine, rushing to Rodolfo. Eddie! Why? I didn't hurt him. Did I hurt you, kid? He rubs the back of his hand across his mouth. No, he didn't hurt me. To Eddie, with a certain gleam in his smile. No, I was only surprised. Beatrice pulling Eddie down into the rocker. That's enough, Eddie. He did pretty good, though. Yeah. Rubbing his fists together. He could be very good. Marco, I'll teach him again. Marco nods at him, dubiously. Dance. Catherine, come. He takes her hand. They go to the phonograph and start it. They place Paper Doll. Rodolfo takes her in his arms. They dance. Eddie, in thought, sits in his chair. And Marco takes a chair, places it in front of Eddie, and looks down at it. Beatrice and Eddie watch him. Can you lift this chair? What do you mean? From here. He gets on one knee with one hand behind his back and grabs the bottom of one of the chair legs, but does not rise it. Sure, why not? He comes to the chair, kneels, grabs the leg, raises the chair 1 inch, but it leans over the floor. Gee, that's hard. I never knew that. He tries again and fails again. It's on an angle, that's why, eh? Here. He kneels, grasps, and with strain slowly rises the chair higher and higher, getting to his feet now. Rodolfo and Catherine have stopped dancing as Marco raises the chair over his head. Marco is face to face with Eddie, a strained tension gripping his eyes on jaw, his neck stiff, the chair raised like a weapon over Eddie's head, and he transforms what might appear like a glare of warning into a smile of triumph, and Eddie's grin vanishes as he absorbs his look. Curtain. This is the end of Act 1 from The View from the Bridge. A play by Arthur Miller, read for you by Weirdo. Thank you.